It's a privilege for me to talk with one of our retired pastors in the West Ohio Conference, David Woodyard, and thanks for giving me a few minutes of your time today as I've been kind of roaming around asking people about hope and about the nature of the church. So I wanted to ask you, what is it that you think is part and parcel to church or the church, and why should it matter to people that aren't connected?
I think the church is that institution, that thing in the world that brings hope and peace and grace, as opposed to all this other stuff that's happening to us, all the fears and the hatred that goes on. We have a way of bringing peace to the world if we work at it. Our problem is we don't always work at it.
What are some of the most hopeful things you see the church doing in this age?
I see reaching out to people that are in need, people that have been forgotten by a lot of other institutions, helping them come out of prison and get reoriented into life, get through floods, get through fires, get through all kinds of situations that are just destroying their lives. In local communities, we reach out and help people deal with the problems they're having. We're a helpful kind of organization when we listen to God to teach us where to go.
Yeah. So are there particular ways that over your life and ministry and faith development, you've kind of tuned your ear to be a better listener?
I've tried to. Don't always listen very well.
Yeah.
You mean listen to God?
To God, yeah.
Yeah. God doesn't speak my language sometimes. And I have to chastise myself to remind myself to listen more closely. And God doesn't always say the things I want him to say. It's not easy.
Yeah, it isn't. It's a journey, and it's
a journey.
Discipleship is meaningful work. So one of the ways in which the church has attempted to listen to God across time is through the Holy Scriptures.
Right.
And is there a verse or a few verses of Scripture that you find yourself having turned to repeatedly to inspire you, to encourage you, to remind you of who you are?
Yeah, when I was a young guy, not in the church, but a lot of people told me that I was doing wrong things. And one day, I woke up and something had happened, and I listened to God saying, I love you. Regardless of what you're doing, I still love you. And then in the Gospel of John, when Jesus is talking to his disciples before his death, he says to them, I will not abandon you. No matter where you go, I'll be with you. I won't leave you orphaned. And in Psalm 139, he says, wherever you go, I'm there.
Yeah.
You can't get away from me.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes good and sometimes threatening.
Well, thanks be to God, and thanks for sharing your witness
Well, thanks for
of
being
faith.
here.
Yeah, blessings on you.
Thank you.
Thank you.